Welcome. It's Hump Day, Wednesday night. We're halfway through the week, and spring is coming. Yes, it is. I am so ready for it. Hey there, PPRC M73. Welcome. And hey, Care Bear. I'm glad you're stopping by. Have a good rest. And welcome in the bushes. Shake everything off from the day and earlier this week. Hey there, Shelly Marie. Shake all that stuff off, all that stress that you've been carrying around. You don't need that. You don't need it. Take a deep breath through your nose and just hold it. Exhale through your mouth. And release all that doesn't belong in that lovely body of yours. One more time, inhale through your nose and hold it. Exhale through your mouth to the count of 4. Shake it off. Welcome to Dear Dana on a Wednesday night. The music that we playing is FX.
And my heart's black and blue
Yeah.
from the bruising. I feel like when I'm with you, I'm losing. I feel like
I have to let the folks know for now.
sitting there gaslighting and confusing.
Welcome to Dear Dana. It is Women's History Month, and it's International Women's Day. Let's lift up and support all women like we should be doing anyway, right? We shouldn't be knocking people down, women especially. You know, why is it so many people, and I'm not talking about you in this chat or in the bushes, but why is it so many people get a thrill out of watching people fail? Watching people fail, watching people lose, watching people just not make it. I have never understood that. Why is it so many people get a thrill out of that? Just watching them be knocked down. I've never gotten that. It's my nature. If you're a good human, sometimes people, get on the wrong track and make their way back. And I love seeing a redemption story. But it's my nature to want to lift up and support people. That's my nature. Like on YouTube and out in the world, there's enough room for everybody to make their way. I have never understood people wanting to be the big dog, bigger than the next guy, and never wanting to see other people make it. Do you understand that? I don't get that. Hello, Chickataw Carver. How are you doing? I don't know that I've seen you on here. Do you have a YouTube channel, by the way? It's very nice to see you in this chat. And by the way, if we're talking about something in here, and you have an opinion and you want to come up with me, let me know. More than happy to have you up here. But today is about important conversations. I have seen a lot going around the YouTube streets about the whole Vanderpump Rules crowd. And OMG, Raquel cheated with Tom over Ariana and all that stuff. And for the longest time, I have not been watching all the Housewives and the Vanderpumps and all that stuff that I used to watch. Because I don't need that extra stress and extra silliness and all the people that got the money and they're acting a fool. Because real life is going on. And today I thought about it is Women's History Month. And the future people of the world and the future women of the world. OMG, I pray that they don't look back on reality TV women and think that is like what the general population of women were like at this time and make that comparison when so many more of us have more substance and are doing good out in the world and making a difference and working hard and putting out a helping hand when we have much less than the Real Housewives and the Vanderpump Rules, people call them kids, they're not kids anymore, have. I pray that the future women of the world do not think women of our time are like what we're seeing on reality TV. Because the women I'm meeting here are nothing like that. I meet lovely human beings that are pushing to make a difference for their families, that are taking care of others, that are using their spiritual skills to touch other human beings, to reach out, that are not doing all of that stuff. Something in me just got to the point where I just couldn't watch it anymore. Good for you, am I saying it correctly? Chickataw Carver. And Chickataw Carver, what is the name of your channel? Is that the name of your channel? And what's your channel about? What's your channel about? If you come in here, I'll shout you out. I don't have a problem with it. As long as it's not a channel that's, negative or derogatory, I don't have a problem with it. Shouting other channels out, don't have a problem. Art in your life. That sounds wonderful. I love art. Hey there, Katrina Johnson. Absolutely. Getting everything we can through the panorama. YouTube doesn't like me saying that. Wood carving. Whoa. I especially like that. A few years ago, my brother for Christmas, I'll have to get it next time and show you what was a lot of years ago when I was a single mother with Noah, my son that passed, gave me a wood carving of the face of Jesus and an angel. As a lot of people know. Oh, thank you, Katrina. A lot of people know, hey, Willow, know that in corners and crevices throughout my house, angels are hidden. It's not so overt that someone would walk in and go, OMG, our house is full of angels. No, they are precariously hidden in my house. So it's not overt. They're precariously placed within my house. So I would probably have to go look for many of them myself. But I love wood carvings. A few years ago, a tree was cut down in our front yard. No, a big tree fell in our front yard and knocked down all the electrical lines. And a man took part of the tree and made a bench out of it that we have in our house, which I also love. But yeah, it is hard for me. Everyone is so obsessed with the whole cheating scandal. I almost can't stomach it. Hey, Nora. And everybody, please check out The Stock Explorers channel, she uplifts other creators as well. She has a beautiful soul, and I absolutely love her channel. So please check out the Stock Explorers channel. She does more than just give out stock advice. Hello, Virginia Woolf. And by the way, he's a gentleman. But I love and adore you all. And I'm not putting down anybody that watches Housewives or Vanderpump Rules, by the way. I'm just saying, over time, it got to the point I couldn't anymore. You're most welcome, Stock Explorer. I couldn't anymore because it just didn't entertain me. It didn't represent reality to me. And as I said, it's Women's History Month. It's International Women's Day. And much love to all the women in here and all the women watching and that will watch. I'm very proud of everything that you've done. You do truly represent women. And any women that will watch in the future, I hope you hear me. That what you see on television or what you will watch about reality TV stars now do not represent the women of now, of 2023, 2022, etc. Please look deeper. Please look deeper. Because the women of now work hard to create a life, and we've been through a lot. Trust and believe. They do not represent us, and that is not reality. That is not reality. They do everything they can to keep their spot on reality TV, and they make up unreality. So I'm going to get off my soapbox about that. Here's another thing. I'm going to drop the link, and I'll drop it again later. And please, if you're watching this and you've got opinions about what I say, please never be afraid to come up with me. I'm not going to bite you. I want to hear what you have to say. What the heck is this thing that keeps popping up? I'm not going to bite you. I think oftentimes I don't know what it is about my channel that when I drop the link, it seems people are hesitant to come up with me. I hope I don't intimidate. I shouldn't be intimidating. I don't think I am. Or make people feel uncomfortable to come up with me. I don't know what it is. Other people come up all the time on other people's channel, but with me, they don't. Unless I specifically invite them. We live in a 1955 house. Somebody added onto it. Oh, thanks, Nora. Onto it in 1970. And it has a pool in the back. When we got it, my husband made it into a saltwater pool, especially to help me and my son. But it's for all of us. And it's a pool. It's an in-ground pool. It's like a regular swimming pool. Thank you, Shelly Marie, honey. It's a regular in-ground pool, but instead of being concrete, you put a liner in it. I don't know why they did it that way, but you put a liner in it. It's a regular pool like you'd have a diving board at. So when we moved in, we put a liner in it, made it saltwater. Well, they don't last but so long, so after Noah passed, the liner started getting janky. And we haven't been able to swim in it the last 3 years. And it's got yucky dark water in it. These big vultures decided it is their vacationing place. I'm talking about those big, ugly vultures. Thank you, Katrina. Big, ugly vultures like you might see on cartoons, that go after roadkill. So they've decided it is their vacation place. Well, that's no bueno. Oh, thanks, Nora. So they come out and hang out on the concrete and stuff. So yeah, it's terrible. I've seen 10 of them out there before. It's not good. So we got a small home improvement loan. We had to fix the fence around it. And every time we turn around, it's a good thing we got the loan. Our water heater busted the other day. We had to fix the fence around it. Now we're getting the pool fixed. Um, a tree hit the house. Hey, Candy Washington. So nice to see you. A tree hit the house. We didn't expect that. I had to get that fixed. I had to get the roof fixed and the tree cut down. It was like one thing after another. Anyway, I digress. So the pool guy came out yesterday. We hadn't seen him since we first moved in. He didn't know we lost Noah. So we had to explain to him that we lost Noah. And he's given us an estimate of how much it is to reline the pool, etc., etc. He's trying to convince me to get this one liner because he likes it so much. And his wife said, you should let the people really pick it out. And I agreed because the liner looked like, he goes, it's so pretty. It has flowers. And I said, those flowers look like a bunch of dead leaves made flowers. So we picked out a liner and he starts talking to us about, yeah, we had 2 beach houses, but me and my wife could never make it at the same time. So we sold them. And I took flying lessons, but they convinced me to buy a plane or I wouldn't keep them up. So I can fly to the beach in 2 hours. It's so great. He kept on about his plane. And I'm sitting there thinking, dude, don't keep on about how fast it is to fly to the beach unless you're going to invite us to fly. You know what I mean? Because we can't fly. We can't afford a plane and fly to the beach in 2 hours. Heck, we haven't had a vacation in 7 years. A real vacation. And prior to that, it had been many years. So, and he's just carrying on. Yeah, I bought 15 acres that was in, somebody let go bankrupt, and I bought it, put sand on the water, and I'm putting, I don't know how many tiny houses, and I'm going to rent them out. And, me and my wife are so busy, we never see each other. And here I am, hearing this man owns this pool company. And he talked forever. He was nice. Yeah, our pool will be our vacation spot for sure because, we don't know when we'll ever get to go on vacation again. And, hey, PPRC M73. And listen, I am grateful. I'm always grateful no matter what I'm feeling that day. Do not get me wrong. I always try to find gratitude. But my point when I'm listening to this man, he's working so much and buying properties to try to make more money. And his wife is too, and they have lots of money. Okay, thanks, Dustin. They never see each other. They never spend time together. He sold both his beach properties because they never could be there at the same time. And I'm telling him, you have enough money. You don't need to do all of this stuff. And human life is short. It's more important to spend time with your wife and see your grown children. Hey, Vintage Optimism, so happy to see you after so long. It's so much more important to be with your family and be with your wife than it is to keep pumping out more ways to make money when you have more than enough money. And I said, forgive me for saying that. But when is the last time you got to go on vacation with your wife? And he just paused for a little bit. And he said, "You're right." And I don't think he could remember. And I sat there and I thought, even if we can't afford to go on vacation, I get to see my husband and I get to see my daughter. And the quality of your life is so much more important than having Groundhog Day every day. And I know my husband has to work, and I know I'm trying to do side hustle and stuff. But even if it is, we spend time at the swimming pool at our house, or we cut up and make jokes, or we just find a moment to go to a restaurant and have a meal and a drink, or we're doing something in the garden together. You get my point, right? Or we have a poor man picnic. It doesn't have to cost something. Or Stephen and I, every single day, we sit down when he gets off work and we have a cup of coffee and talk about his day and talk about my day and talk about the highs and the lows. And there's not a day that goes by, not a day, that my daughter and I hug and talk about her day, highs and lows, and share hugs and love. And Stephen and I make sure to hug, kiss, exchange love yous, play with our animals. Do you get my point here? And then try to do things separately that create personal growth, to learn something new, to expand ourselves. I don't care what it is. Dustin says, I love picnics, make sandwiches, go to the park or woods or lake or river and sit there and enjoy nature. Absolutely. We're surrounded by parks and lakes here. You don't have to have a bunch of money to create moments. Moments. Call me crazy, but I will do things, walk out in the garden and look at something. Maybe I'll take a picture with this. But even if I take a picture with that, I will put the phone down and focus with my eyes and take it in with my eyes. Feel the air on my skin. Smell either the flower or the air, what's going on, and take it in and create the memory in my mind. Consciously create a memory. Take the time to create a memory and lock it in. Because when you do that, you are storing it. You're storing it in. No worries, Shapey. Thank you for being here. You are consciously storing it in, locking it in, filing it in your brain. So you can pull it back later when you need it. Because trust and believe, you're going to need it. There are going to be times that you need to pull that back in. So when you need to calm yourself, when you need to access something that brings you some peace, you're going to need it. All of you are going to need it. Thank you, Candy Johnson. Johnson. Candy Washington. I was thinking about somebody else's last name. Forgive me. Romantic moments in nature are free and more fun than clubs and fancy places that are loud and crowded. Yes. And when is the last time you've been with a partner and done something childishly inappropriate? And I don't mean gross. I'll walk up behind my husband and pinch his butt for absolutely no reason just to get a rise out of him. Or I'll see him working with, he'll be pressure washing something or doing something on the roof. We're not 20 anymore. And he'll come down and I said, you look so damn sexy up there. Putting that shingle back up on the roof, propped down there near that. You know what I mean. And he'll turn 10 shades of red because he's a little bit more uptight than I am. A little bit more proper and uptight. And I want to see him turn red and that grin slowly come across his face. And he grew up in Denmark, so he's Danglish. And him say something to me like, "You so crazy." It costs nothing. And go for the laughter. We all need these things in our life. We need these things. Life is not easy. Relationships are not easy. These things are free. We need to feed our spirits and souls more than ever right now. Right now. And this is no shade. Look, any creator in my chat right now, you are my tribe. You're my tribe. And you know you are. We don't act exactly alike. That does not matter. And the truth is the truth is the truth. Soon I'm going to have a guest in here. I did not know she watched my channel. And she contacted me the other day, and I'm going to have her come up because she does certain kind of therapy. And she contacted me. I didn't know she watched my channel. We met at Unity Church years ago. And I was a little taken aback that she watches my channel. But she knows me. And you will come to find out what you see is what you get with me. This is not some YouTube, okay, I need to put on this certain kind of face for you. No, what you see is what you get with me. You don't see me lose my temper on here. You might have seen me get a little feisty before, but I don't have a big bad temper. But, occasionally I lose my temper, but I get over it typically fast. But it's usually over something important. Okay? Or if someone has been more than disingenuous and they didn't have integrity, okay? Or my daughter's done something she shouldn't have. But you will come to realize what you see is what you get. Shelly knows me. I think Shelly would say what you see is what you get. Shay says yes. But I've come to realize with a lot of creators, not all, that's not always the case. That is not always the case. Hey, Mama Llama. There she is. Mama Llama. That's my friend. she's going to be coming on soon. I'm sorry I didn't see your name. She is going to be coming on soon. I think she would say, I'm assuming she would say, what you see is what you get. It took me a little bit aback that she watched my channel. I'm just popping in while waiting for my daughter to be back from her soccer game. 10 p.m. Oh, no, this computer says time wrong, I think. No, it doesn't. On the chat, it says it right. She will be my guest soon. She's going to teach us laughter therapy, which I think is a very wonderful thing. She is my friend from church. We haven't seen each other in a while. I didn't know she watched my channel. Professional, Dustin says, even in drive-throughs through the countryside, holding a hand is romantic and meaningful. How long has it been since you just held hands with somebody? What is this chat with us thing that keeps popping up? Thank you for popping in, Mama Llama. I forget that's your name. And please check out her channel. I'm going to start pushing her channel. She has not pushed it enough herself. Check out Mama Llama. And Dustin's channel, Professional Paranormal Research. There are so many things to do now, and we can look at it as self-care. But if you are working so hard all the time that you are doing a repeat of every day, you need to stop and think. I want to know in the chat right now, how many of you, you're most welcome, are doing a repeat of every day and not stopping to disrupt your day a little bit? I want to know how many of you are doing that. How many of you are having Groundhog Days and not trying to find something out of your box to disrupt that pattern? And here is the thing. That is the spiritual part sometimes that you've got to dive back into yourself and interrupt that spinning record. I was on Dustin's channel when we were talking, and he had a guest. And it goes into, we were talking about, and I said that years ago too, when I was talking to Dr. Roll. Religion, spirituality, science are all connected. They are not separate. No, I did not see the poem. I need to go read it. Dustin says, did you see my poem I posted on Community tab today? If you get time later tonight, you may want to read it. It's good. Yeah, of course. I'm going to go check that out. Poetry is an excellent thing, Dustin. You have to pop out of your box. We all have these little gifts. We're born with them. Some of it's spirituality, some of it's a psychic thing. The Chickasaw Carver, her channel does arts, right? She does wood carving and other things about her life. She expresses herself partly by wood carving, one of her talents. So much is expressed in that. The spiritual aspect is also expressed in that. You are all born with these gifts. Unfortunately, a lot of people will just shelve them. They'll get to a point as they get older. When you're a kid, you're just all over the place, wide open, expressing it. Wide open, expressing everything about yourself from baby on to 5, 6 years old, and then the world incorporates itself into you. Oh, so sorry. You're a man. Please forgive me. I'm partially blind. I can't see the picture. I couldn't tell if you were a man. I will know from on out. Please forgive me. So I know you're a man now. Science said it was healthy to smoke when I was a kid. I'm a man. Yeah, you remember those candy cigarettes? Remember those candy cigarettes they used to sell at the store? And kids were just a puffing away on that sugar smoke. But when we were kids, we were trying to express ourselves in everything we did. Paint the walls, sing, dance, chop off everything. Katrina says, I like men, Carver. So what do we call you? To make it easier, the Chickasaw Carver, just call you Carver. Because that's a mouthful to say every time. I'm not going to kid, that's a mouthful to say. And hello in the bushes. Because I'm not kidding. When I click off, sometimes it'll say 40 are watching, 50 watching while this whole thing is going on. Sometimes it's more. But you're always invited in the bushes to come up on the chat. We will not bite you. And I will not make you come up. Ugh, I'm tongue tied. I need some water. Come up on here with me. It's a personal choice. Thank you. But baby, we got to make some changes. Because the world is doing some crazy shit. I'm going to whisper it. It's doing some crazy stuff. And it is up to us. And now it's March. Groceries are expensive. See, this is just group night. I decided we have group night. Groceries are expensive. What are we going to do about it? I think we should have each of us grow something and share it with our friends. It'd be hard to do it in here, of course. But it's time. I want some chickens because I want free eggs for little chicken babies. And I have a question because the pool guy has chickens and he doesn't know if you need a rooster for the chickens to make eggs. And I feel like if they're just going to make eggs for you to eat, you don't need a rooster. Who knows the answer to this? Do you need a rooster if the chickens are just going to make eggs for you to eat? I feel like you don't need it unless you're going to make baby chickens. Who knows? Justin says, she don't bite, but beware, she puts whoopee cushions in your seat when you go on panel. Maybe. Or I put good juju on you. That's possible. Or maybe I just put good healing energy on you and save you of your woes. Maybe. I might just save you of your woes. Oh, yeah, and I said, if anybody has any questions, if you need advice, I'm open to that tonight. I'm just being all open if you need advice. I thought you needed a rooster, somebody said. Somebody else said, don't think so. I'm going to plant some things, but I think I'm going to plant them in pots because my little chipmunk friends can get over. We put a big 8 foot, 6 or 8 foot fence and put extra room around the pool. I mean, we have a couple of acres, but in the part that's not fenced, our friendly deer hop through there and eat things. So I don't want to put like tomatoes and stuff through there because the deer will eat them. The deer already eat the peaches off my tree, the low hanging fruit, and they try to get the pears, and I have figs, but I'm always a little afraid to get the figs because copperheads. We have copperheads around here. There's a lot of lake close by, and copperheads. Stephen has already killed a copperhead with a, he used a shovel to kill it. And it was only 2 feet. So I can only assume there's a big mama around here. And no, I do not like copperheads. They're poisonous. And we had one bite one of our dogs a few years ago, and that was terrible. Terrible. But I do want to plant some things. I've got blueberry bushes, raspberry bushes, fig trees, pear tree. I had to buy another apple tree, so hopefully my other apple tree will start making apples. I have peach and I have muscadines. Hello, Malkia Nutrition. How are you? Please go check out her channel. We've had her on as a guest before, and she is in Kenya. She has a pretty new baby, too. Yeah, we have lots of man made lakes around here. We are doing pretty well. Thank you. She shows a lot of healthy dishes, but groceries are too expensive. I want to fight that battle, and they put too many, what is it called, to keep the bugs off? I got MS glitch brain, but they put too many chemicals on them, and I would like to have some more organic vegetables. Oh my goodness, your hands are full. Your hands are full for sure. She says she returned to work this week and her hands are full with the baby. I can only imagine. Ugh, I've got the hot water heater guy coming tomorrow to replace the heater. And Steven's going to have to come in here because Eden's got a dresser in front of it that she doesn't want in her room. And it's got to be moved so they can replace the dang heater. You did a short video about your garden. I'm going to have to look at that. But I'm going to have to put them in containers and do something to keep the little cute chipmunks away from my vegetables because they'll get stuff in their mouth and they'll be like this. And they'll stare at me like this, like, ha ha ha, I got your food. And then they'll run off with it in their mouth. A few years ago, they stripped my blueberries. Sure, he can come read his poem if he wants to. Is it a romantic poem, Dustin? Is it romantic? Dustin's trying to help me get a panel up because I want to discuss some things about the difference in ghosts and spirits and stuff like that. And then, you can have recordings of past energy stuck in the walls and stuff. Yeah. And we had a grill and we started grilling out our food, which I prefer. Oh, I like inspirational. Also, by the way, I'm thinking about if Eden will go with me and some of her friends. I want to go out on the streets and interview people about their lives. Our food grows its own pesticides. I can't see that. I'm blind. Oh, he's coming up. Crazy. Okay. Hey, Dustin.
Hello.
That looks so scary.
That's my actual face, just with makeup.
No, it's not. It's just scary.
No, I just figured if you want, it's an inspirational poem that I wrote March 8th of 2018.
Okay, go ahead and read it.
And it's for people that are going through hard times, or they feel like that they want to give up, or they feel that it's hard to, they set goals and to complete the goals. And hopefully this will give people the hope and determination that they can make it. All right. So I don't have a title. I just called it Gripping Onto the Edge.
Okay.
Gripping onto the edge, fingers burning with strain, darkness below like a rotted drain, looking around, thinking of hope, thinking of pride, refusing to let go as my arms shake from tension, feeling a sweat drop run down my face, yet again crept on, but still I thank God that someone else didn't get it. My heart pounding like the hooves of horses running from a storm. I am now hanging on by one arm, 5 numb and weak fingers. Let me tell you one thing. I got the strength to hold on. I got the biggest, baddest, toughest, loving, gentle heart ever. And as God is my witness, I will achieve my goal because I got the golden BALLS to make it happen. Written by Dustin PPR CM73.
Oh, I love that. I can relate to that feeling that you were talking about in the beginning.
Yep. And and it's true. People, they get caught up in the depression and the sadness, and they lose track of their own inner strength. And if they would just dig deep enough, they would realize that they've got it. And no matter how weak, that depression or whatever makes them, they can pull themselves out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because everybody goes through it. I mean, I've gone through it.
exactly.
I mean, they think, well, she's a psychotherapist and she's got the answers, and no,
Yeah, right.
everybody goes through it. Every single human being on this
Mhm.
earth has dealt with some form of mental health issue. Everyone.
Exactly.
Unless you're a baby and you're newborn,
Hmm.
you have dealt with it.
Yep. And so I kind of, the very few people realize not only am I into the paranormal and history and, you know, uh, healthcare worker, but I'm also, I draw, I'm a creative writer and poetry, a little bit of everything.
I love that.
Mhm.
And
Well,
I'm glad that you do that.
thank you. And I used to do it quite a bit. I would do on Facebook when I used to use that a lot. I would do streams and tell people to close their eyes, and I called it the virtual walk. And they close their eyes, and I just go ahead and start. It's basically about my life when I lived in the streets by choice, and I would put it into a story, and people would say, "Oh, wow, I can actually picture that and hear it in my head, the birds or whatever I'm describing because I go into detail."
How long
And
did you live in the streets?
I left home in 1993 and I lived in the streets until 1998 by choice
Why was it by choice?
to prove to myself that I'm a survivor and I don't need money. My family wasn't rich, but they were wealthy. They were not hurting by no means. And I just didn't want to be one of those people that, you know, parents, mommy, daddy, helped them out. And I was just, I don't know, I just my own person, it's like, I know I can do it. I was bullied in school and I struggled with classes. And I'm like, I'm smart, I'm tough, I'm stupid in school, but I'm street smart and nature smart, and I proved it. It's like I survived. You know,
How old were you then?
I think was it 20?
So did you still have contact with your family?
Nope, I left everything. I didn't contact any family members. I just stayed away for that whole time, and I didn't start talking to my family again actually until about 13 years ago, maybe.
Wow.
Um, and it just, but it made me who I am. It showed myself and it showed my family that, you know, I can survive. I'm, you know, you want something, you make it happen. If you want to do something, you do it. As long as you have that inner faith in your own heart and in your own soul and mind, there is literally nothing that you can't overcome. There's nothing that you can't do,
That's very true.
you
But that
know?
still had to be really difficult.
Well, it was at first, but to me, it was so peaceful, and I really found I always loved nature, but that really inspired my love for nature even more because you go into the woods, you forage for your food, you make shelter, and you just you sit back and you watch like the song by Collective Soul, watching the outside world. You sit there and you watch people and they're taking everything for granted, not paying attention, or someone walking by complaining about something. It's like, wow, really? Can't you see what you're walking through, what you're walking by? Look around you,
Yeah.
you know. Oh, boo-hoo, you lost a $10 bill someplace. Get over it. There's more to life than money, you know.
Yeah.
Look
That's
at the
very
beauty,
true.
you know. And yeah, it was very humbling, and like I said, it made me who I am.
Well, you've definitely done a lot in your life to get to this point.
Yep.
I can see
And
how humbling it would be. Yeah.
and I'm grateful for it. I don't regret anything, and I don't blame anyone for any issues or anything that's went wrong in my life. You know, you accept it and you move on.
Yeah. It's like out today I I'm going through something that I know is a spiritual thing. And I cannot quite put my finger on it. And I was telling somebody about it today. And I said, it's a feeling, even though I have my husband, I have my daughter, I'm grateful, right? And
Hmm.
I still feel connected to my son. And I have not had this feeling since my near death experience. And I cannot, for the life of me, right this second, put my finger on it. But it's a feeling of aloneness,
Hmm.
not lonely, aloneness, like I'm in some kind of bubble. And it's so obscure and awkward feeling, and I can't quite understand what's going on. And like I said, I haven't felt that way since I was 12.
Hmm.
Um, so I feel like it has to be a spiritual thing. It has to be
Yeah.
because it's so indescribable feeling. So it has to be some kind of change happening. Have you ever had that feeling?
I get feelings similar to that quite a bit, and and I find that you're getting more in touch, and there's meanings or something that you don't quite fully understand yet of a situation that could be happening or that's going to be happening, and your subconscious is preparing you for that.
It's like some change is coming, or
Yeah.
but it feels greatly spiritual because nothing is happening around. I mean, there's changes in the house, of course, but
Yeah.
nothing is happening around here to cause it.
And it could be a new awakening within your own soul, your own mind, you know,
Yeah,
because
it's
every
just
day we learn something new, and even gifts from God or tools or look at it as a tool, being added to the toolbox. And, you
Yeah.
know, and it could be a feeling of, okay, this, I'm feeling alone because no one will understand what you're feeling, or you don't know how to explain it. And then a week later, everything just clicks and it makes sense.
Like an aha moment.
Yeah.
Has anybody in the chat ever had that feeling? Everybody's quiet now because we're
Oh,
having this conversation.
oh, oh. Well, you could, if you really want a brain tingly, or a what do you want to call it, an experience of your inter um what's the word I'm looking for, uh your imagination and creativity. I have I just found one of my things that I used to do on Facebook, and where it says close your eyes and picture this. And it's a good way to help cleanse your mind, and you wake up, and you put yourself on the right path and focus. And no matter what happens, you just think about it. If someone's yelling at you, cusses at you, or says something mean, it don't even phase you because you're in your happy zone. It's in your subconscious. You're thinking about it all the time.
Yeah. Also, this has been coming up in my spirit a lot lately for whatever reason. And I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be teaching a class to you all or why it's coming up. I don't know what's going on in the world that it keeps coming up with me. But I don't know if people in this community are interested in knowing or trying to learn about remote viewing.
Oh yeah, I watch. There's a guy that I watch on YouTube about uh remote viewing, and I'm trying to think of his name now. And he's really good. So yeah, if you did something like that, I'm sure you'd get a followers on that, people that are into it, because that's a thing.
Because it's one of the things that I had to learn, but it just keeps coming up, coming up, coming up.
I I would go for it if it's something that you want to do,
It's not a
and
want, it's just one, you know what I'm saying?
you feel like you need to, or just,
I get messages, so I don't know why I keep getting that one.
well, I would run with it. I would actually do it if you're getting that feeling. You know, who are we to hold back, especially when you're getting that intuition or a feeling like that, to not do it and share with someone and help other people learn about it. And you may help someone discover a talent that they never even knew that they had.
Yeah, I just usually try to get community feedback, but sometimes when I get messages that won't leave me alone, there's usually a reason. Shelly,
Oh,
you go to sleep. I know you work hard, and I appreciate you. And I think sometimes when I talk, people come here just so I can put them to sleep.
well,
Because some people say, I like the tone of your voice, and I think that I'm just a sleeping aid. And then you have such a calming voice too, so we're talking, and I think that we are just,
who, me?
yeah, you know what is it when
Wow.
they listen to certain channels,
Like
so that
ASMR?
yeah, I think right now we're ASMR.
Well, then how about this? You're gonna love this then, and especially the one that said that she's going to sleep.
Yeah,
And I'm gonna start. Okay, now close your eyes and picture yourself on a country road, just you and God's creation, standing in the middle of nowhere. Can you smell the soon-to-be tended fields? Mm, listen to the birds sing as you walk. You feel the gravel under your feet, and looking ahead of you looks like a never-ending road. Feel the breeze as you walk. Feel your lungs being filled with relaxing air that we share with all creations.
Pull up the blanket,
Smile
Shelley.
at the sight of a newly sprouted seedling of an oak tree. Wow, just amazing. Think of how many animals it'll shelter. How many times will people notice it? This is the things that I think of when I draw, when I sit and look out the window, look, looking into my crazy mind. I hope a few of you took that little journey with me, and I hope you smiled. Written by Justin, PPRCM73.
Shelley, I hope you're all tucked in now.
So just an example, you know.
Yeah. And on occasions I'll do, and I kind of want to do it in a closed space now. You know, they kept saying on, I thought they were going to do it in February, where you could do classes and stuff on YouTube, but I haven't seen it appear.
Ah,
So I'm like, where are they?
yeah.
Where are these classes that they said we could do? I don't see it. Oh, you can do Google Slides and stuff, but I don't see it. The classes. So I may have to just do a
Shelley.
Patreon. But thank you. I am and was visualizing it. Good, Shelley. But on occasion, I've done guided meditations and stuff, and I do hypnosis. But I don't want to do hypnosis openly on YouTube because I like to be careful of who I do it with.
Well, that and if somehow they lose connection and they're in that state, how are you going to get them back out of it?
If I know the people that I'm doing it with, and I can do it like on an open camera, I can do it. Oh, I sound like Jodie Foster. I'll take that as a compliment. But if I can do it on a camera where I know them, and when I work with people on YouTube or I have a community, I know this doesn't make sense to you, but I can feel people from a distance. So I get a good general idea of who they are, how they are. But if I feel like someone has too many issues, I won't put them under. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I like to be a little bit particular of who I do it with. So I would do it like probably on a Zoom session or a Patreon thing where I could open cameras up. But yeah, I can bring them back out. I've done it on a laptop before. I've done it on a phone.
That's pretty wild.
So I want to do it where I can not do it on YouTube. So I may have to open a Patreon. I just need to figure it out.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to do it on YouTube and there'd be like 1,000 people coming to it and I can't control it. That's not safe to me. I'm in a space of do no harm.
Makes perfect sense.
But I would like to be able to do something like that and let people experience it for certain purposes.
Yeah.
But I love that you're being creative and artistic. And didn't you write a book also, or no?
No, that Zeke's the one that writes books, and I just write poetry, and I've got enough saved up I could turn them into a book. But
Well, you should, because actually, you could probably do it for free on Amazon. Is it Amazon PDF? No, it's not. That's not what it's called. But I know where you could do it for free, and they only print it if someone purchases it, and then Amazon gets a cut of it.
yeah.
You could do it yourself.
And in the future, I will be having a book. Zeke's gonna help me with a horror erotica book, but
Oh Lord.
and then of course I do the poetry and creative writing for
You
the
could do horror erotica, but oh my Lord. I could see something like that becoming a movie, but I don't know that I would go watch it.
yeah
No
it
offense.
no yeah well it's gonna be based on the my characters, like what you see for the image, the skull face there, and the Reaper and a couple other characters.
So the monsters that off everybody would be the erotica characters.
Well, yeah, but it's not going to be the type that you uh the monsters are only after the bad people that do harm to innocent. Uh,
Gotcha.
the innocent people are perfectly safe. It's actually monsters that look out for the innocent, and they go after the bad ones. Yeah.
Okay, I got you. Well, I can see that. Oh, thank you, Mama Llama. She says, and yes, Dana is authentic and the real deal. I appreciate you so much. See, I told you I was real, y'all.
You're real. Oh my gosh. I
I'm
thought you were AI. Oh no. No, just joking. Just joking.
Hi, my name is Alexa. How can I help you? You know, when I
Mm.
taught when I taught the little students, after a while I would stop and I would go, "Hi, excuse me. Hi, my name is Alexa. How can I help you?" And I
Yeah.
would freeze, and it would freak them out.
Mm.
Or I would do something like this. Some people know, some people don't know. Hello, uh, teacher. I'm scared. Don't be scared. That's not real.
Mm.
Teacher, I'm scared of that. Ah, it is real. It's not real. It is. It's not real. Ah, it is real. It is not real.
Mm.
So I would learn how to do that with him. Uh, go get the monkey. I'm not going to go get the monkey. Yes. And so I learned how to do with puppets with the kids
Mm.
and didn't know I could do it. So it was very helpful. I ended up getting a lot of puppets.
Uh, that's
So
cool.
it helped. You know, the kids liked it and all that stuff. I keep setting off your Alexa, Shelley.
Mm.
I'm sorry.
That's funny.
I didn't mean to do that. But we all need something in our life now. Like now. Okay, nutrition's laughing.
I got
I'm
a
gonna
lot in my life.
Yeah, I disconnected my Alexa beside my bed because I was afraid it was spying on us.
Mm.
Because they said it was picking up information at everybody's house. Well, my husband was more paranoid about it than I was, actually. So he made me disconnect it.
Mm.
He's always worried about, them getting too much of our information.
Well, cell phones are that way now. Sad but true.
Yeah, I mean, look at everything that pops up on our phone and our laptops. All we have to do
Mhm.
is say we're interested in something, and then next thing you know, there's 20 commercials about it.
Yep. Or ads on all your feeds and everything else.
So while we're here, is anyone having a problem they'd like advice about? Do you have any spiritual questions that you have wondered about that you want to ask about? Here's your chance. Do you have a psychology question? do you have something that you would like for me to have a whole session about on here? Don't be afraid to ask. And I've also thought about recently natural things that grow outside that heal instead of buying medications.
Plantain is a good one.
Yeah. Did you know there's something that grows out in our yard that is called wild lettuce? That when you cook it and break it down, it's a natural form of shoot.
It helps with inflammation.
It's a painkiller that used to be on the black market. Starts with an M.
It's like a milkweed, like dandelions.
Is it meth? No, it's not meth. It's a painkiller. What's a painkiller that starts with an M?
Morphine.
That's it. It's a natural form of morphine. It's called wild lettuce. And when you cook it down, it's a natural form of morphine and it grows in most of our yards.
Yeah, sure does. People spray pesticide on it just to kill it off, and they don't realize it's actually got benefits.
Yeah. Mama Llama, that's funny that you said, she goes, have you ever heard of energy medicine? Yes, I often do it on this channel. I've studied Reiki, quantum healing, and energy medicine and combine them. And sometimes I'll do live sessions on the channel when people come in here with different forms of pain and figured out a way to do it live on the channel where people actually get benefits from it even on the net. But yeah, I did it with Noah and my daughter lots, especially Noah. Why do you ask, Mama Llama? Yeah, I studied energy medicine for a long time. That's funny that you ask. I used to have a partner on here called Shula Steve. Unfortunately, he lost his daughter back in August, and he has been gone. He's a healer as well and did it with me. Shelly has been working on energy medicine off and on. We'll have to have a conversation about it. Oh, yeah. It's perfect that you asked that. Have you been studying any of it? Maybe you'll have to have a session with me. I studied a while ago under. You mean Donna Eden? You've got Edenton, but you mean Donna Eden? It is wonderful. But yeah, on occasion I'll do a session live, a brief session live. Did you do it online with Donna Eden or in person with someone else 16 years ago? Any more questions? I like that picture better, Dustin. The other one's so scary.
The googly eyes.
Yeah. Any more questions? Anyone got a problem? And if you ever have recommendations of something you want to know about, learn, please don't ever, in person with Joy Evans, please don't ever hesitate, ever, to send me a note, make a comment below, whatever. And if you'd like to buy me coffee, don't hesitate to send me a super sticker. I love coffee. Hey, Ray. She says, she was one of our guests. I don't know if this is relevant place for the question, but I'm asking anyway. Will the complaint I filed with the DOJ Civil Rights Division regarding an ADA violation result in an action or fine? Let me answer that privately, okay? Let me answer that with you privately. because I need to go in a certain space. How about that? I need to go in a more meditative space to answer that with you. But I will answer that. How about that? Gotcha.
Well, I appreciate you letting me come up and read and share that with you, and for sharing your knowledge. I gotta make a quick phone call to make sure a friend is okay.
Okay. You are precious. Your poem was great. I appreciate you coming up. It's always nice to have somebody come up here.
Oh, that's no problem. I'm grateful for it, and just give me a little bit of time to figure out what will work best for everyone, so we can get them up on there for you.
I would love that. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, and bye, everybody.
Bye, Dustin. Well, hey, Spotted Ghost. So nice to see you. Do you have a channel, Spotted Ghost? We're about to wrap up, but I wanted to give you a shout out if you got a channel. But I love and appreciate you all. Remember, make your moments count. Make them count. Don't live in Groundhog Day. Don't live in Groundhog Day. Find something that you're gifted with. Find something that you feel passionate about. Step out of your box. Create moments in your life. Create them. I don't care if it's doing something silly or fun. Yeah, you do have the right to readdress your government. Thank you, Chickadee Carver. I feel like something will be done, but I'll address it personally later. I don't feel like it's going to get lost in a, because that's serious business, you know. Bye, Dustin. I love and appreciate all of you so much. I always feel better when I'm surrounded by you all. You are important. You matter. Make your life matter. Make it matter. Hey, Mr. Timin, I don't know how to say that. Mr. Timin, Mr. Timinva, Mr. Timinva. Am I saying that correctly? No, it's not against the law to complain about your government. Thank you. I want to see your work. I need to check out your channel. I'm super interested. Check it out, Carver. We may have to collab. But anyway, you get my point. You get my point. We're on this planet for a reason. Make your mark. Make your life a story. Make people want to read about you. Journal some things about your life. So when you're no longer walking around, somebody wants to read your story. Make people want to read your story. You understand what I'm saying? Make them want to read your story. Do things. Make your life fun. Don't be a Groundhog Day. But anyway, love you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your week. I will see you on Saturday. I'll see you on Saturday. What's the channel about? It is about, I'm a trained psychotherapist, but I don't psychotherapize you here. It's about psychology, spirituality, mental health, pop culture, social commentary, everything that makes you human. This is a no hate channel where your vibe attracts your tribe. Bye, Spotted Ghost. I care about people here. And I have some extrasensory gifts here and there. You know what I mean? I have some extrasensory gifts. And I let them show from time to time. if you know what I mean. Sometimes we even talk about the paranormal. But on that note, I love you all. You're special. You're worthy. Do your thing. Make your life count. Don't sit back and be a spectator. I'll talk to you later, Mama Llama. Check in with me. Maybe we can shoot for next Wednesday. Love you too. But on that note, I need to go eat a dinner because I am really hungry and it's late. You all take care of yourself and do something special. Remember, your vibe attracts your tribe. And I will go, and you go with me. Take care. And here we go. If I could hug you, I'd do it. I'd send you an air hug. Let's rock it out with me.
When you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go.
Oh!
Go, go, go.
Before I forget, please like, subscribe, share if you want to. And if you want to send me a super sticker so I can buy coffee, that's fine. Don't have to. I love you anyway. But at least, please, like and subscribe. I'll see you later. I always forget to say that. Take it easy.
Go,
Bye.
Go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never
Bye, everybody.
no, man, I still go. Go, go,